back.
Man, shouts out to everybody that's been watching and supporting. And this is Debatable episode 44, the big 444, right? That's your man Jay-Z joint, right?
444.
Yeah, man. So we appreciate y'all for checking in, chiming in. Debatable, where we talk about everything from geopolitics to
On in Tasha's hood.
I know in battle rap is just Charleston White and Matt Harper right now. Like they ain't even talking about the battles no more.
It's not even a rap. This is a battle, right?
Yeah, just all it is Charleston White and Matt Harper all day, every day. I've seen everybody. Yo, if y'all can hear us, just let us know if you can hear us clear. But yeah, that's So look, Matt Harper's guilty. They got Hassan talking Matt Harper. Everybody talking Matt Harper right now, man. Who else? We saw that joint I was on just now. Yeah, man. So I don't know, man. But we get ahead. I know there's other pressing issues happening.
All I can say is that Math. You're at a stage right now. You don't need to be talking to this dude. You don't have to.
Right.
He got disrespectful. People going to see that he got disrespectful, and it ain't gonna make sense. So for you to volley with him back and forth.
Right.
You don't have to, bro. You really don't have to. So all I can say is that, let that go. Let that be water under the bridge. Keep doing your thing.
It's too much,
You know
man.
what I mean?
It
Keep
can't
doing your
it
thing.
can't go nowhere. It can't go nowhere positive, man. Unless Cass is willing to debate. Like, that's the solution that we think. You know what I mean?
It's debatable.
Yeah, come up on a platform, Zoom, you know what I mean? Put the later topics out. And then casket it off,
address your
man.
issue.
It's the same thing like what we do with battle rap, man. Like,
Address
as
your
opposed
issue.
to cast it going to like a whole nother level because everybody's contributing. I'm not saying I agree with everything Charleston White says, but definitely Charleston White be talking on stuff that a lot of people be scared to talk about. Like he definitely be touching on issues a lot of us agree on. Like, of course, I know the snitching thing is one thing, but there's a whole lot of stuff he be talking about, which is Cass killing Cass children. You know what I mean? Now we older, right? So you see I got the grays in my beard. You know what I mean? So you could have we could have a son. You follow what I'm talking about? You know what I mean? We could have a son at this point that could be losing his life over some, and he's talking about that type of stuff, and I think it's needed, because it's definitely different, right?
I mean, it's not. Go ahead.
Because Hassan Campbell said that. Is that his last name?
Campbell.
Hassan Campbell. Well, Hassan said that he bit his style. You know what I'm saying? But I ain't never get that vibe. Like, yeah, you talked about gangs, but it was to me. It was different. Right?
How was it? How was it a style though? When does talking positive about the community and addressing the ills of the community a style?
Right.
How is that a style? Like I can't even agree with that being a style. I could say that it's just like having news on Channel 4 and news on Channel 11. You know what I mean? You're gonna get the same news on each channel, different time. You know what I mean? So.
That's exactly right.
I mean, so it's like by you guys being
and wouldn't you want more people? Like, cause he's saying that he came out against the gangs. That's what Hassan Campbell did. I remember he did a couple videos, but wouldn't you want more people to come out again? Not necessarily against the gangs, but to expose what the incorrect stuff that's happening within the culture. Wouldn't you want that to happen? Wouldn't you want that to be? Wouldn't you want more people talking about those issues, right?
Yeah, I mean, a fact. I mean, you need to be able to address what's going on out here. You know what I mean? You need to be able to. It's an ill. It's like a virus. You're saying it's okay to allow stuff to go on and not fix it. Stay sick.
Right. To be one doctor, you know what I mean? It has to be massive amount of people coming out here and putting the information out. That's what makes sense.
And Hassan, I don't believe you. I'm just to put it out there real quick. I don't believe you. Because the way you went at what's his face?
Africa Bambaataa?
Nah.
Okay.
That's a relationship issue. I can't get inside your relationship. You know what I mean? That was a relationship you and Bam had. And you decide to bring your relationship out. That's I ain't got nothing to do with that. But I'm saying when you started to talk about Prince, what's that? Jay Prince, you know what I mean? That wasn't a positive thing, like, you
Nah,
know,
it wasn't. Definitely
as a
wasn't.
community representative, you know what I mean?
Well, that's
And
just
then-
what Charleston White be doing too. I guess that's how he's getting it all. Cause yeah, because Charleston White is going extreme, cursing people out if they don't like him. You know what I mean? Either way, man. Either which way. Point is, get your point across. You know what I mean? Say your piece. You know what I mean? And allow us to get the information and then make a decision on what we think makes sense and what doesn't. Right?
Absolutely. I just think that, you know, right now we're at a place where you know what's what, you know what I'm saying? And I think, my personal opinion, math, you're on a whole nother floor. Mm-hmm. Every time you screaming outside that window to be heard down there, it's like what you doing now.
He just had one of the cartel wives on the show.
A what?
Yeah,
Man, congrats, man.
He's killing them. So, you know, I'm thinking next time to turn the camera around, I think it's because I'm just looking, I think it's probably even going to be more quality. You know what I mean?
No doubt, we'll do that.
You know, but yeah, it's all good. It's all good, but that's the next one. But yeah, man, you was about to say something and I cut you off. I apologize.
Well, you know, what was it? Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. I wanted to go to the ball players, let, you know what I mean, send out the flowers to him because he just sold his NBA rings, sold all of them, and then he got like 2.8 million. 2.8 million for all his rings.
That's dope.
You know what I mean?
That's a nice come up.
But the punchline, guess what? The punchline was what?
What?
He gave it to charity.
20 million?
Yeah.
Wow.
For education of the youth.
Wow.
I mean, so that wow, okay,
He
that's
must
serious.
have some bread.
That's serious.
Or
right there.
he's, that's serious, bro.
That's serious right there.
That's what's
That's
up.
one to, like, you know, take heed on, think about.
That goes back to the conversation we was having
Think
with
about
them
it.
people yesterday, right? You know what I mean? That's it goes back to that conversation, you know, of people that know where the solution lies. Even though he's a lot older, he still came up. They were stabbing at that time, right? There wasn't as many shootings, but there was still stabbings going on.
Yeah, but like he understand what's what.
That's my point.
He made money. Mm-hmm. He's lived his life. You know what I'm saying? You know, and what he accomplished, like that. The rings are like a symbol of his accomplishments.
That's a fact.
So like
Each ring is a symbol.
Each ring is a symbol of his sacrifice. So like, you know, he just let y'all know, okay, you know, this is my life work. You know what I'm saying? I'm not doing it because I'm broke or I misappropriated my funds. Because a lot of athletes, you know, they misappropriate their funds during the time of being an athlete, football player, basketball player, whatever type of player. I'm not gonna give it to my grandchildren or my family. This is gonna go to the youth out there for education, and that's just like powerful. You know, that's powerful.
Yo,
In so many ways.
it really is, man. I mean, like I'm like totally impressed by that. I've never heard nothing like that ever. And then that's a sacrifice to a whole nother degree because you know those rings mean a lot. You know what I mean? Like you said, each one is an accomplishment, man. But yeah, shouts out to him, man. But I wanted to bring this up to you the other day, and I just remembered, so I looked it up real quick. TikTok is being banned by government. Officials can no longer use TikTok.
The government.
Yeah, federal government, United States and Canada can no longer use TikTok. Wow.
Or their children.
That might be, I don't know. Congress, the White House itself, and more than half of U.S. states had already banned TikTok amid concerns that China could use its legal and regulatory powers to obtain. What? They banned it in a couple of states? Or is it, okay, hold up. The White House is giving U.S. federal agencies 30 days to delete popular Chinese-owned media at TikTok from all government-issued mobile devices and amid growing concerns about security. Canada a similar ban.
Crazy. Understand your algorithm. Understand what you do, what you like, how you doing it,
Right.
why you doing it. Your children is doing it, and it's like this. Not only does it feed AI, but it feeds a potential enemy. You know what I mean? That knows exactly how to get you, whether it's doing a dance this way or a particular sneaker that way or so forth and so on.
That's where I have you dance into a gas chamber. I'm just saying.
How about that?
No, before you know it, you did. Before I don't know where
You know,
yet.
they know exactly what's what. You know what I mean?
That's crazy.
And because I bet you TikTok in China's for a whole nother purpose. I bet you was dealing
But they
with.
ain't banned it in most of the people though.
But
Why they ain't do that?
Well-
They haven't done that.
well-
But look, it says Congress, the White House itself, and more than half of U.S. states had already banned TikTok amid concerns. But when they say, is it banned? So that must be amongst state employees, right?
Yeah, only government
Okay, because
officials.
regular Americans,
Civilians still got it.
Okay.
Yeah, but the point.
Hey, y'all gonna make it even hotter, right or wrong?
Yeah, I mean the point is like the moment they got the governments knowing how the government movement, how the government. I thought it was going to say them and their children.
Right. But that might be the case, though. We don't know. I would think that might be the case. That
Yeah,
might be
because the
case.
moment I know how Hillary
my
Clinton
daughter's
is,
moving. Yeah, exactly.
and I know how Joe Biden's moving, and it's because the app everybody go to it.
Yeah, that's crazy. That's crazy. I thought that you would find that interesting, especially what's happening in this day and time. It's crazy, man.
What's that doing? Gorilla? Glorilla. Yeah, man. Like 8 people died at her concert, man.
How?
Like she topped Travis Scott.
How?
I mean,
Shootout?
not Stampede, like by Stampede, like
Wow.
You know what I mean, like
A lot been happening while concerts. You're gonna be trying to grab a wig off her head. And,
that's disrespectful.
yeah, be a whole bunch of stuff going on, man.
That's borderline violent.
Yeah. Like you always be talking about, the women are a lot more aggressive and violent these days. Because women doing that. It's not men doing that. It's
These
women
days,
trying to pull that off.
women are like straight up low-key UFC fighters, yo.
Yeah, that's a fact. That is a fact. Unfortunately, but it's true.
Low-key, man.
Yeah, man. So, what you know any more about the 4 dead in Mexico?
All I know is they said it was a mistaken identity,
Right.
and I don't know what that means. I don't know if whoever went out there, if they were drug dealers and they ran off with the work, and because they ran off with the work, they got popped off by the dealers or whoever. I don't know what that means. I don't know if they were mistaken identity of coming into the country to go purchase work, when I say work, drugs, to go purchase narcotics for whatever, and got seen by the enemy and got popped off because you're going to a different cartel. That mistaken identity is kind of vague, but at the same time, it's like, okay, black folks is able to get mistaken identity and get shot. That's kind of interesting. Why? Like why my identity might be mistaken for violence and I need to be shot?
Yeah.
Crazy.
Yeah, I mean, for me, I would stay out of Mexico. I would stay out of Mexico.
I mean, Trump said so. Trump said, yo, build a wall. This is crazy. They're doing this, that, and the third. I didn't believe him. I didn't think that was, you know what I mean? But now,
I mean, I still don't want to attribute a whole bunch of stuff to a whole people. The problem is that America live off of drugs. You follow what I'm talking about? And right now, a lot of those drugs are being funneled through Mexico. So that's where the problem lies.
America lives off of
Yeah,
drugs.
come on, man.
America is a drug
Gold,
dealer.
oil, and drugs. I think they switched it up. The G might be something different, but gold, the God, when you on the back of the dollar bill, the God we trust is gold, oil, and drugs. So it's gonna be hard to get cast to, so yeah, man. So I mean, if it wasn't no drug addiction, imagine it wasn't war on drugs, that they all that stuff they did perpetuate.
He just said
right?
something. America is Mexico's biggest buyer.
Period.
Some rings just went off everywhere.
Right.
Like, whoa, America buyer.
Is that countries that I'm probably wanting to visit is Brazil, because they got the biggest African population outside of the continent is in Brazil. It's more Africans in the diaspora, descendants of slaves in Brazil. More Africans in the diaspora, descendants of slaves in Brazil than there is in America.
Right.
So I would like to countries that in this
Costa
Rica.
Right.
So I would like to countries that in this
Costa Rica.
Costa Rica. Bro, I'm good on Colombia. I know Cass is going to Colombia. Shout, yo, Nielsen, that's my man, you know what I'm talking about. And I'll be watching the what's it called, the blogger. There's a brother. He I don't know if he's Haitian or Colombian, but he a dark. No, he's Spanish speaking.
Okay.
So I think he's Colombian, but he's like, you know, a black brother from those countries. And he,
Right.
you know, matter of fact, he went to the oldest city in Colombia, the oldest black city in the world. I think it's like the oldest all black city.
That's
you know
crazy.
what I'm saying? But you know, even established like, you know, 1700s, 1600s or whatever. You know what I mean? Even before Haiti, even though obviously it wasn't independent, but it was a city that was established with all black people. And then in that video, they was nothing but shouts to Haiti. I don't know how that happened, but all of a sudden they was talking about, you know, Haiti helped Colombia get its independence.
And Venezuela.
You know what I mean? Yeah, that's right. So they were like giving props at that. I'm gonna definitely call you, but I know I missed the. Okay, I'm gonna ask for reschedule. But yeah, man. Yeah, so they was just giving props to Haiti in that video. But either which way, my point is, yeah, I'm good. I'm good. Where if there's a lot of guns, you ain't gonna see me there. You know what I'm saying? For what? Why would I be with this? You know, I'd rather, you know, not saying I wouldn't own, I don't want to own guns, but I'd rather be in a place where it's minimal. You know what I mean? Like, you know, cats ain't thinking about that. You know, yeah, shoot them up, bang bang. I'm good.
Yeah, it's definitely get out the way. You know what I mean? If you have to have a gun, then you gotta question where you at. You know what I'm saying? That you have to be armed, and at any given time it's a showdown.
Right. Right, because over there it's definitely quick draw McGraw. But you know what I mean? It's definitely was that what's that movie that Jay-Z and them did? That one,
Yeah,
that
Blazing Saddles.
Yeah, exactly. You know what I'm saying? It's like for real. It's gonna definitely be because definitely everybody got it on them. You know what I'm saying? Like I got it on me. I got it on me too. And I got it on me too. I got it on me too. They all got it on them, yo.
I got me a little tutu.
Yeah, man. Come on, man. That's just like, it's like, Reservoir Dogs. Remember that scene in Reservoir Dogs where everybody pulled out and he was trying to protect the cop? Yo, that joint was crazy. You remember when he was trying to protect the cop? You didn't know he was a cop.
Nah, I remember Reservoir Dogs. I don't remember the scene.
Crazy. So the one guy
Was it the white guy?
Remember, nobody knew each other. Yeah, white guy was a kid.
You know what I'm saying? One of them was
White
called
guy.
White. You know what I mean?
Oh, I don't know which one, Mr. I don't know which one. No, yeah, exactly. Nobody knew their last names. The last, so the one guy was the cop, and who was protecting him the whole time. Like, nah, that's my man. Oh, dog. Yeah, man. Shouts out to Red Man plugging that joint. I think he might have made me want to go see that movie. But either way.
Hey, yo, FBI.
Oh, I was hearing it. Was you playing that one? I heard?
Man, listen, he gave one of the dudes, you know, activists, like, yo, look, I need you to do this, that, or the third. Like, no, I don't want to do that. I'm going to need you to do this, that, or the third. But what they did was they got with an ex-con that came out of prison and told the prison, the ex-con to get into the Black Lives Matter in order to, you know, create these missions.
Exactly.
And the dude's like, okay, he's an activist just like me, you know what I mean? So he's not thinking of it. And I'm gonna land at a point, but I'm just, because that's just the day we at right now. And it's not too far, it's not too different from, you know, Black Panther days and things of that nature because of the tactics the same. So what they did was they got this ex-con to join Black Panthers. I mean, Black Panthers.
Black Lives Matter. Same way they went down.
And then when they joins the Black Lives Matter, you know, he was like, yo, look, I'm gonna need you to get a gun. One day goes by, comes back. I'm gonna need you to get a gun. Why you want me to get a gun? He said, I want to get a gun. Just get the gun. All right. He don't get the gun. So now dude is applying pressure like he's about to bring bodily harm. Because dude, the way he was breaking it down, like y'all was scared. This dude know where I live at. You know, he seen my girl, my children, this, that, and the third. So he went and got the gun. And then when he got the gun, the mission was to kill this senator of the state that they were in. I'm not doing that. What the hell? I'm not doing that. But the point of the matter, they end up locking the dude up. They locked him up for what? Possession of a gun. You get it? So now they lock him up for the possession of the gun. right? But then he's like, yo, look, this dude is the one that told me, this dude that told me to get the gun.
He's your agent.
I got the gun for the gun for him. Yeah, I got the gun, but I got a gun for him. He told me to get the gun.
Your point is this way too. That's where the thing is. That's it.
You know what I mean? So it's like you know, as he's speaking to them, he's explaining to them like, you know, this is what was first.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And then but they're not listening.
Right.
Because they're trying to catch what? A major case on who? Black Lives Matter. You follow what I'm saying? But now, what does that tell you? That tells you that there's a conspiracy or COINTELPRO-ish type mission for black organizations or organizations that progress or push the black agenda or to protect the black agenda. You follow what I'm saying? Because although Black Lives Matter was founded by white people, right? You had a lot of black people that was involved in it. You know what I'm saying? Because it's Black Lives Matter. So for them to try to kill a senator of that level, right? It goes to tell you the mentality of who's doing what. And then goes to find out that in the West Coast, they have police gangs, right? They got police gangs in the West Coast, just like they got gangs, but they justify it to say that, you know, they is a bond of a unit and they move a certain type of way, but it's a gang.
Wow.
You know what I mean? They got to do certain activities in order to join the police gang within the police force. So I'm just letting y'all know there's a certain type of mentality that's being bred right now. Be careful. You know what I mean? Get out the way. You follow what I'm saying? There's a particular weapon I want y'all to get. If y'all need a
weapon.
There's a weapon.
Okay.
What is it called?
Shoot.
So we tell them to get weapons?
Well, I'm not telling you to get a weapon. I'm just saying if you gotta get a weapon. If you gotta do something, there's if you have to protect you and your family, I would suggest get M134 minigun. It shoots out 6,000 bullets a minute.
Come on, bro. Come on. That's not what Jay Morant got called with, right?
I don't know.
You're not talking about the man that was on the basketball player?
Nah,
that was actually the weapon.
I don't know, but I'm just saying, if you have to protect yourself, I would suggest this right here. Mm-hmm. If you want to be out there, you know, preservation of self, you know what I'm saying? Main thing is get out the way, because if you get out the way, you ain't got to do none of that. You ain't got to worry about an M134. But I'm just saying, if that's the route you want to get something that's shooting out 6,000 bullets at a time, because they're not playing no game. They're not playing with you. Listen, they're not playing with you.
134 minigun.
Listen,
that's NATO.
Listen.
6-barrel rotary machine gun with a high rate of fire.
Listen.
Dang.
They're not playing with you, right? They're not playing with you. They're giving away football numbers, right? If they don't give you away football numbers, they're trying to do something to you and your family. So I'm trying to explain to you.
My dude got that. You could tell he got that in his house, bro.
Come on, man. I'm just trying.
A white man got that joint in his house.
But I'm saying,
what kind of weaponry y'all think?
What do you think I'm telling you how to go ahead? If that's the life you want to live, you want to have one of those. Not no Draco, not no AK. You want to have an M134.
That's the new one.
That's the new. You know what I'm saying?
Gotcha.
So I'm just putting y'all on because they're not playing fair. They're not playing no types of fair. Nothing. No fair. And the game is being played. So other than that, you know, I just wanted to make sure I put y'all on. Put y'all on. You know what I mean?
You did well. My brother, you did well.
Yo, man, listen. I just want to say thank y'all for tapping in. You know what I mean? Check out the B Magic versus J Murder battle we just dropped yesterday. It's live on YouTube. Of course, it's on B.
Yeah.
Shouts out to New Older Kid production. Shouts out to Heck and Nico, the Beach Kid, for hosting. And we will see y'all tomorrow.
Last thing, Tesla. Tesla has a Tesla car that's able to repo itself if you don't pay the bill. Okay. Just let you stop. If you get a Tesla, I forget what kind it is.
That's easy breezy.
You know what I mean? It's a repo button on the Tesla. Man. If you don't pay, it's gonna drive itself back to the warehouse.
To the dealer. Oh snap! This is a wrap.
It's debatable.
Yeah, man.
All right, y'all.